What if I told you that ancient Indian warriors wielded spinning discs, fire-launching bows, and even battlefield rockets, long before gunpowder came into play? Sounds like something out of a fantasy epic, right? But this is real history. Today, I'm taking you into the brilliant and sometimes brutal world of ancient Indian weaponry. From mythical chakras to real catapults, let's unlock the secrets of India's legendary arsenal. See, warfare in ancient India wasn't just about brute strength or numbers, it was a blend of science, craftsmanship, and strategy. Imagine the battlefields from the Mahabharata or the siege tactics of the Mauryan generals. Indian warriors used some of the most advanced and diverse weapons of their era. But these weapons weren't just tools of destruction. They were tied to dharma, honor, even cosmic symbolism. Some were literally forged in steel, others forged in legend. So let's unsheath the history behind India's ancient arsenal. First up, the Sudarshana Chakra. More than just myth, this spinning, razor-sharp disc weapon appears in temple art and scriptures all over India. Some historians believe it was inspired by early projectile tech, maybe even throwing weapons used in battle. Next, the Khanda and Talwar swords. The Khanda is broad, double-edged, built for powerful, sweeping slashes. The Talwar, on the other hand, is curved and designed for speed. Both are iconic, and you'll still see their influence today. Archery? That's where ancient India truly excelled. The longbow, or dhanush, wasn't just common, it was sacred. Archers trained in perfect posture, accounting for wind, even mastering the deadly art of aiming by ear. Now let's talk about firepower. The Agni Astra, fire arrows. Historical texts and Sanskrit manuals actually mention arrows dipped in oil or chemicals, set ablaze, and launched into enemy ranks. An early ingenious form of incendiary warfare. Armor and shields were essential on these battlefields. Warriors used woven cane shields, chainmail stitched from fine rings, and leather armor for flexibility and protection. The Guptas, the Cholas, all had their own styles. And don't forget war elephants, armored giants with tusk blades and archers on their backs, breaking enemy lines like living tanks. Their psychological impact? Massive. Chariots and battle wagons zoomed across the field, fast and maneuverable, pulled by horses for quick flanking and ranged attacks. These were famous in Vedic epics for a reason. Close combat, meet the parashu or battle axe. Used by foot soldiers and featured in legends, these axes were often beautifully carved out of iron or bronze. Brutal, but elegant. Believe it or not, ancient Indian warriors also used poison warfare. Poisoned arrows and blades are described in Kautilya's Arthashastra as silent weapons for sabotage and stealth. When it came to sieges, Indian armies weren't messing around. They built yantras, catapults and ballistas that could hurl massive stones or fireballs at fortress walls from a distance. There was also psychological warfare, war drums, conch blasts, and gigantic war banners meant to terrify the enemy before the first arrow was even fired. And all this was guided by ancient manuals like the Dhanurveda, texts that taught not just weapon skills, but battlefield formations, military ethics, and the science of war. So, from hand-forged steel to ingenious siege machines, ancient Indian warfare was defined by precision, philosophy, and power. These weapons weren't just deadly, they were deeply symbolic, strategic, and often way ahead of their time. Warfare in ancient India wasn't chaos, it was choreography, a dance of discipline, skill, and honor. If this glimpse into India's military past fired up your curiosity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite ancient weapon below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode of History That Hits Hard.